Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. For today's presentation, we're going to present about mathematical modeling of exponential population growth model in United Arab Emirates from 1960 to 2010. So our group member consists of firstly me, Syara Akila binti Yaakob.
My name is Alisha Yasmin.
And my name is Nur Amni Iman.
I am Nur Fatimah Makan.
And I am Aini Nabi Hamid Osman.
So for introduction, in this project, we choose United Arab Emirates to investigate their population growth and calculate the data using the differential equation method. We choose United Arab Emirates because it has a lot of factors that affecting their population growth, which is, for example, we have like their economic growth that are attracting expatriates and foreign to get into the country, and also affecting the population growth in that country. And then we deeply explore the population trend and the factor of increasing and decreasing in their population from 1960 to 2010. Next, the objective. The purpose of this assignment is firstly to analyze the population growth data in United Arab Emirates from 1960 to 2010. Secondly, it is to compare the predicted value and the actual value of the growth population so we can make a summary from the data that we obtain. And thirdly, we want to estimate the future and the past value as well as the factors that affect the population growth in the past and in the future.
Moving on, let's look at the population of the United Arab Emirates from 1960 to 2010. And as we can see here, the number keep increasing from year to year. In 1960, the population is 133,426, and in 2010, it is 8,481,771. Hence, in the span of 50 years that we chose, which is from 1960 to 2010, the population has changed from 100,000 to millions of populations. Therefore, from this graph, this is a graph of actual population in United Arab Emirates from 1960 to 2010. We can see that the actual population is in increasing slope. So it shows that it is an exponential graph.
So next is the implementation part. So I will be explaining on how we calculate the general solution and particular solution. So first, we can let the P in bracket T be the number of population present at time T in bracket year. So since the rate of growth is proportional to the number of total population, therefore we can let K as a constant. And then we can separate the variables P and T by using the approach of separable variables. And the equation will be 1 over P dP equals to K dt. Next, we have to integrate both sides, and in result we will get ln P equals to KT plus C, and make it exponential at both sides. We will get P equals to E exponential to the power of KT times exponential to the power of C. And then we can simplify the equation by letting the E to the power of C equals to A. And in result, we will get P equals to A times E to the power of KT. And then we can substitute the initial value, which is T equals to 0 and P equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6 to get the value of A. So in result, we will get A equals to 1, 3, 3, 4, 2, 6. So the general solution will become P, the population, equals to 1, 3, 3, 4 to 6 times E to the power of KT. Next, we will find the value of K by substituting the value of T equals to 50 and population P equals to 8481771, and after that we can find the value of exponential and we can learn both sides of the equation, and lastly we will get the value of K, which is 0.083. And lastly, we will get the particular solution by substituting the value of K and others into the equation. We will get the value of P in bracket t equals to 133,426 times e to the power of 0.083 t.
This is the estimated population in the United Arab Emirates, and this graph also shows that it is an exponential graph. And in this slide, I'm showing you the combination of both actual and the predicted population of UAE.
The next part is data analysis and discussion. So for this part, this is the graph of predicted and actual population growth in UAE. So we can see that the actual and estimated population graph doesn't exhibit identical patterns of growth, because clearly you can see that the shape of the graph is not the same. And because these are based on different data sets, since the values calculated from the particular solution is not the same and not accurate with the actual values from the data set. So it means that we have percentage error. So it is very important for us to calculate the percentage error so that we know the degree of deviation between these two graphs. The percentage of error formula is estimated value minus actual value divided with actual value times with 100, because we want to calculate it in percentage. So we substitute the sum of the population for the estimated value, which is as you can see there in the slide, and we also minus it with the sum of the total population for the actual value divided by the actual value. So we get the percentage error is 2.6%. Next, so you can see here that the graph has two regions, which is the data is not the same. So the first the region in the circle. So for the first region, this is the difference between the value of actual and estimated population growth from 1975 to 1995, which is the time equal to 15 and also 35. So you can see here that the actual graph is actually have the higher rate of growth population compared to the predicted one. So the trend indicates that the population continues to grow, but the actual one exhibit accelerated rate during this period compared to the average growth rate. So this rapid population can be explained because of the initiated with one set of oil extraction in the region in 1970, mainly in Abu Dhabi. So because of this, the leader was forced to invite so many foreign workers to help in the nation building, so it will increase the population higher compared to the predicted one. So this phenomena we can call it as complexities, because this phenomena is not regular. So the limit, so we all know that we use mathematical growth models in this project. So the limitation of the model of these models is actually because they are simplification of reality, often failing to capture these complexities inaccurate. So consequently, it will lead to inaccurate results since it only rely on assumption. So before this, we have seen that the actual graph for population actually has higher growth rate compared to the predicted one. But as you can see here, despite this, the population growth rate found its average and consistency again when it comes back to 1995 to 2008, which is the time equal to 35 and also 48. So this is because the United Arab Emirates itself has recognized the patterns or trend of the inconsistency in the growth of their country because of the national workforce of the past few years, because that's what we have been discussed just now. So, due to this imbalance, this country realized that there has economic growth and social stability imbalance. So what they do is, in 1999, they established a policy named TENMIA, the National Human Resource Development and Employee Authority, which in this policy, the Minister of Labour implemented a quota system requiring a private sector entities to employ a certain number of nationals, which is they need to employ some of the employees from the citizens only. So this will then lead to the decreasing of number of the foreign worker in the UAE states.
Now let's go to the factors that affected the past population. So why the population increasing greatly? So first thing first is because of the economic boom. UAE is known for the amazing oil industry, and this actually attract more immigrant workers from around the world to apply jobs. And this simultaneously this thing led to increased population. Secondly, urbanization. So UAE has advanced cities that driven by a lot of private investments, and that is why UAE has a big urbanization, and this is the reason it contribute 1000% population. And lastly, healthcare and education improvement. Because of that, the living standard is improved, and this country have high birth rates and lower mortality rates, which resulting in natural population growth. Moving on, now we go to factors that will affect the future population. Firstly is economic growth, particularly in industry like oil, tourism. Like we all know, UAE known as a tourist attraction, especially among Muslims, which every year millions people come to do Umrah and Haji, and as well as your good businesses. This will attract more immigrants in future due to increasing job opportunities. Secondly, the healthcare infrastructure. So, healthcare infrastructure and services need to improve more in order to make life expectancy higher and lower mortality rates, which make the population growth increase. And lastly, technological advancement. This advanced technology could impact job markets and demand skilled labor.
Next, let's see the contributions of this project to the society. First of all, it raises awareness about the impact of population growth on the Earth system and inspired society to participate in the community development initiatives. Secondly, is providing insight into past and future population dynamics and so that it can enable the informed decision making. This involve studying trends such as the birth rate, the death rates, also the migration patterns and other demographic factors. So by having a deeper understanding in the population dynamics, decision makers can make more informed choice regarding various aspects of society, economy, as well as policy. And last but not least is to contribute to building a more resilient society for future generation and aiming to maintain a stable population, ensuring long-term sustainability and well-being.
So for the conclusion, finally, from this assignment, we as the team members have developed skill to construct table using Excel, which is a new skill that we learned from the YouTube and after making some research. Moreover, we are also able to use a differential equation method to illustrate the population growth, which is we can apply the thing that we learned from MAT097. Thirdly, we can predict the future population using the particular solution. And lastly, we gain the knowledge on United Arab Emirates population by doing this assignment to expand our knowledge about their population growth. So that's the end of our presentation. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear.